Good evening and welcome to Next Gen Season 15. This is the Group A1 Tourers. We are here for round number 6, the halfway point of the season. And for the first time ever, we're at Monza, and this time the historic layout. It's only the GP loop, so not the famous oval you can see just to the right of us. And we're all in the BMW M3s. Now joining me for qualifying is Jack, who hosts the BMWs because it's a complete full grid reversed. So it means if you're first in the standing, you're starting last. And if you're last in the standings, you're starting first.
Pretty much, Jordan. You summed that up spot on, mate.
How are you, Jack, going into this?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, Jordan. It's going to be, hopefully, providing my internet doesn't fall apart, going to be an exciting race, considering I think it's got the potential to be an absolute slipstream fest or a chaotic turn one and no real in between, really.
Or possibly both.
Possibly both.
Yeah, actually, absolute slipstream heaven. And the BMW M3s.
Yeah, it's always the best car for sort of a slipstreaming battle. It's probably the most stable of all the cars as well. If you look at the race at Rouen last season, you look at the Silverstone races that we've done in the past that are normally the reverse grid ones, it's always the most sort of nicely balanced car of the, well, technically 5 cars we've got in the championship.
So I'm going to grab some standings so we can let everyone know what the grid order is going to be.
I'll be back in a memento.
Let's have a look through the drivers tonight. So we've got NGR Burnt Fry 699. He's back tonight for another race. Tro246 is here. We've got Shadowstalker DBS, the Les, NGR Tim 78, Adam Morris, web user Johnny, Bob Mark 1, Line of Griesby, which we'll talk about in a minute. NGR Royston, Scooby G, D Whitehouse 7 is racing again. Lightblade 2K18 returns, obviously Jack, and Jamie WRX. So the standings, if this wants to work properly, which it probably doesn't because it's Facebook mobile app. Where are we? First. That one there.
You okay, Jordan?
Yeah, the Facebook mobile app is being a pain.
Alright.
As per standard. I'm trying to find the main thread.
Are you looking for the standings?
I am, and I might have just found them there.
If you haven't, I have them to hand.
Go on, Jack. You reading them off because the Facebook mobile app is being atrocious.
It tends to have that situation, to be honest, if you're using especially Google Chrome. Now, I'll run through the championship standings. So in first place you've got NGR Scooby G on 90 points. Second place you've got Jack TM53 Synopsis on 82. Third, the Les with 69 points. Fourth, who's now abandoned the championship, that's NGR Lee with 60 points. Fifth, NGR Jamie WRX with 56. Sixth, NGR Burnt Fry with 45. In 7th place with 43, it's web user Johnny. 8th, Lightblade 2K18 on 40 points. 9th, with 39 points, is RDF1 Adam Morris. Rounding out the top 10, you've got Lion of Griesby on 33. 1 points, Shadowstalker 12. Dave Whitehouse joined with him in 24 points. He was tonight in 15th place, sadly, is NGR Omega 1984, he's on 21. 15th, one of our fillers, Cam123 Diz, he's on 19 points. NGR Tim 78 is 16th for 15. Bob MK1, who's starting, I believe, second tonight, he's on 12 points. Tro246, our pole man for tonight, he's on 9, thanks to a few issues with his wheel over the last few weeks, but thankfully he's got it sorted now. And rounding out the final position with 19, but with no points, it's Mikey RK13.
There you go, the master of stats himself. I was saying, we'll come back to Line of Griesby because this is his 50th race.
It is.
And all 50 of them on a controller, I believe.
All 50 of them on the controller, you're alright. And I think that's considering that Matty is his name in real life. Of course, he's done a lot over the years to the Group A1. He's been a part of the championship. He was there when the Group A1s was at its lowest ebb. That's no word of a lie. He was the fourth of the four drivers that day, and yeah, he's been there since season 5. He's been on and off for a few years. He's had a few seasons out, but he's back now. He's enjoying his racing again, and he said to me yesterday, he's really enjoying the midfield scrap of the championship. He feels like he's improved a lot now that he's fighting in the midfield with Johnny and NGR Royston, so he's really enjoying himself.
It's good to see him compete, and as always, obviously, me and yourself know controller is never an easy thing to be racing on. And I guess it's always nice, especially when you have that insight into just how hard a controller is, as Bob Mark 1 disconnects. It's always interesting to have that insight of, roughly how quick they are and roughly where they should finish. And sometimes Lionel Grisby actually excels that expectation sometimes.
It's just as you said that, I was just messaged me saying, whoops, because
he's done the wrong time.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think he's at like a 157.
He did set a 157. Bob MK1's disconnected, so I'm hoping he can get back in. And now Lionel Grisby has rejoined. And like you said, Jordan, I think considering where Matty has come from, and with his background of racing in the Group A1s for so long on a controller, I think he's doing a great job. He would like to get a wheel. He has had a wheel, but for some reason it wasn't working for him at the time, which was a shame. But now he's just concentrating on his controller for the time being. He is looking to go onto the wheel eventually. And it's just done that to me, which is annoying. I've literally just left the pits. I'll have to exit and come back in. That's because the timing beam's beyond the pit lane, isn't it? So
it is, yeah.
So you've got to remember to do it when you've left. That's a little bit frustrating.
This particular layout of Monza, this is the historic layout on Project Cars, as Tro 246. It's a 144.9. Obviously, the times really are very irrelevant. They couldn't be more irrelevant in all fairness. The Tro 246 might be showing his true pace without any slipstream at the moment. I believe this one is the 1955 layout, which stayed the same up to 1971 before the Ascari chicane got brought in 1972. It's 3.573 miles long, and it's a very fast circuit. There's not much more to add to that one.
Yeah, to add into that actually, because I do know a lot about Monza, the track changes in 71 were in regards to what happened with Jochen Rindt's tragic accident in 1970, which left him being the only posthumous Formula 1 world champion ever. And it was because of his exit speed from Ascari was so fast. When he braked into Parabolica, his brakes failed, and if he'd been going a bit slower, the car wouldn't have dug underneath the barriers.
Yeah, was that not 71? Because on here it changes in 72.
Yeah, it was 1970, but they took a bit more extra time to try and reprofile the track, because they had, I believe, they had waterlogging issues in the winter of 71. So I say the spring as such. So where am I starting? I've got to get this right because I don't want to mess it up again. So 43.
Yeah, I mean, Monza's, ever since the Ascari chicane, it's had minor changes to it going through. I mean, the first chicane used to be considerably different before 2000. Obviously, it's not even on this circuit for this version. As we watch Tim go down the main straight at 142 miles an hour. That is before any slipstream gets into effect. He's actually reached nearly 150 going into Curva Grande, or as it was known in 1955, Curva Grande. Yeah, it was. It's For whatever reason, the name changed.
It's not really changed.
Well, in 2000 it changed to Curva Biasono, which doesn't sound right.
No, it's always Curva Grande.
It's always been Curva. And what was it nowadays? Yeah, it's Curva Biasono today, but it will always be Curva Grande. But apparently you had some more facts as well, Jack.
I do, and I will happily hand them over to you once I get to the start-finish, because I'm still trying to work out what time I'm trying to set, and I think it's a 4-minute 10, and I think I need to do a 1-minute 33 off the top of my head.
Oh, let's see if I can find your post quickly.
Yeah, it is. I've got it in my right. I'm driving with one hand with it at the moment.
Remember, kids, don't look at your phone and drive.
No, that would be bad. So I need to do a 140. I need to get onto a 133 when I cross the line.
As Jack pulls up at the stop line.
Yeah, so I've got a number of facts, and I thought I'd look at the sort of total facts effectively for the Group A1s rather than anything else. And you know, looking back, in Scooby last week in the Red Bull Ring actually did equal my total ever number of wins. He's now on 23 in the series, which is quite an achievement considering he hasn't done. I think he's done 14 less races than myself over the Group A1 history, and you know, he's leading the way in terms of the podiums as well. He's got 45 out of a possible. I mean, if you add his victories and his podiums together, he's had 68. So that means over half of his races end up with a podium at least, which is just some incredible record when you consider it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the races, Scooby's actually very consistent. He's a hard man to beat if you make a mistake.
I know that's the problem. Scooby very rarely makes mistakes for that matter. I think as well, if you look at the total manufacturers' performances, the Ford Sierra Cosworth leads the way with 41 wins. The BMW's on 29, the Mercedes is on 27, and then the Audi is on 11, and the R32 Skyline and the M1 are both on 7 in terms of overall wins.
I think the Audi's going to go up quite big this year because obviously with the Audis and Skylines allowed, but obviously in the hands of, and I hate to use the phrase, but less capable drivers in essence, the drivers who don't run at the front. I mean, as we've seen with the Les at Monaco, I mean, a fantastic race. Because
the thing is, the Les is far from being a slow driver as well.
Oh God, no!
He's just never had that chance. He's always been very unlucky in terms of getting that first race win until obviously Monaco happened.
But it shows that it brings the field together. I mean, obviously tonight no one can use the Audi, but
it's not counted my lap time.
You best get out and then.
Yeah, well, I'm not waiting for another 4 minutes, so I'll just start behind Scooby. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, I'm on board, Jamie. Let's go for a lap at Monza quickly. So we head down the main straight, otherwise known as the Rettifilo Tribune. No idea why. You're always touching the grass on the entry towards Cover.
Did you say Tribune, I believe?
Tribune?
Yeah, I believe there was a small lake that ran next to Monza years back.
Oh,
I think
right.
that's why Tribuo, I think it was called the Tribuo Lake. Don't quote me on that, but I've heard that that's the case.
But the rumours, yeah. We've gone through Curva della Roggia, which is now a chicane, into the Lesmo 1. See, entering this at nearly 100 miles an hour, and it nips up some at Crawl. It does tighten a lot, the Lesmo 1. Luckily, you've got a bit of time before the barrier. Then you hit the brakes for Lesmo 2, slightly tighter. James, clip the curb. You don't want to be doing that in the race too much. That will kick your car out. All the way down now to the Curva del Villalone, which was not named before. It was named the Ascari Chicane, or Curva de Ascari, I think it was once called. It's absolutely pinned. I remember doing a fun race in open wheel cars. This was chaos. Actually, see Jamie just backing off, making sure he didn't do a proper time. But after that, you come down to the Curva Parabolica, which has pretty much never changed since this layout, other than surface. Jamie.
Les has sent me a message in regards to his lap time being way ahead of what it needs to be. He said that he went to do an outlap and it's counted it just like it did for mine.
Yes, there he is. He's done a 151.0.
So he's going to drop to the back.
That's fair enough.
Which is fine. Yeah.
I mean,
that's no problem.
That's almost like taking a penalty, having to wait for the rest of the field. It's like starting from the pit lane, really, isn't it?
Mm.
User
Johnny has gone slightly quicker than he needed to as well. So, as always, every season that I do this, someone or two get it wrong. Which is the way it is, and I don't know how John's managed that.
Scooby saying, "Hi boys," and they're saying, "Is Jack trying to jinx me tonight or what?" with his stats.
Who said that?
Scooby. Jeff. But qualifying is over, and your starting grid, even though it's practically irrelevant, Tro246 will have what is an effective pit lane start. Johnny, I don't know what he's going to do about that, because I don't think he should be third.
I will detail them in the chat, so give me a moment or two and things will kick off.
Johnny currently third, but should drop back a bit. Bob Mark 1, Tim 78, DY House 7, Shadowstalker, Royston, Liner Greasby, Morris, Lightblade 2K18, Brent Fry. Brent Fry, that's a bit low for him, is it not? Or is he actually that high? In 12th place there. Fair play if he's really up there. Jamie, Scooby G, and obviously Jack with Out of Time. I think Jack will know this. I didn't look. How many laps is it tonight, Jack? He's there. I know he's talking in game. So I think we have a slight delay whilst they sort the grid out. So Johnny may end up having to go towards the back, or being too high of a position. I'm doing 155. No, yeah, Burn Flame really is that high up in the championship. Fair play to him. And he, so basically, the Les should have been 14th, with Johnny in 11th place. So those will have to drop. So then, what an old style grid this is. Bold Mark 1's disconnect, we're down to 14, Broken Ham to 3, red, lights. We are green for Monza, and it's a good getaway from the middle there. That is the Les. Of course, he's had to go over, but Tro246 leads the pack off. Liner Greasby is up into second place with Tim 78 in third. DY House 7 is in fourth as they go almost 3 wide in the background there. I think they are 3 wide in the background. Heading towards the Curva Grande, Liner Greasby now leads. Looks like we've got away unscathed as we head through turn 1. Yep, we are unscathed. This is fantastic stuff from the boys. I've got timings just starting to kick in now. DY House 7 is up into second. Tro246 now under pressure from behind from Tim. And Lightblade 2K18. Oh, that's someone who's gone for a bunny hop. Someone went for a bunny hop. I think that's Jamie went for a bunny hop there. And there's carnage in the background. And Amaris involved. Loads of cars involved. And Royston gets the worst of it. He's at the back of the pack. And Liner Greasby then leads from DY House 7 from Lightblade 2K18. Troy 246 currently still in 4th. Tim just behind. But Jamie is on his way. In fact, Jamie is definitely on his way up into 5th, past Tim now, as they head down the back straight towards Parabolica for the first time of 14. Look at this, they're 3 wide. Lightblade down the inside into first place from Liner Greasby. DY House 7 looking on the outside, couldn't quite do anything. Someone's off in the background. That's Troy 246. Someone's gone even wider, I think. Oh yeah, that is Carnage. DY 7 now leads, so I think something's happened to Liner Greasby and Lightblade. Hard to tell from the angles, really. But DY 7 does lead, and he's got a 1.8 second, which means from Jamie now. Burnt Fry's in 3rd, there's Liner Greasby in 4th, Jack is up into 5th from Scooby G in 6th, Adamara 7th, Lightblade, Webby's Johnny 9th, Tim is 10th, Royston 11th, Delez is down in 12th, he's not had a great start after having to drop to the back. Shadowstalker making a move on Tree 246, who rounds out in 14th. Now, obviously the pack is now spread out after lap number 1, but we should start to come back in as the slipstream takes effect. As DY House goes into Lesmo 1, but Liner Greasby losing out to Jack there. As Jack goes around the outside of him into the first Lesmo. And Liner Greasby actually gone for a bit of a half spin ready to the inside. He now drops to 7th. And Amaris going through as well as Scooby G. And again, he's had an issue going out of the second Lesmo, maybe clipping the curb. Meanwhile, Jamie WRX is on the tail of DY House 7. And he's got a hell of a run coming out of the fast left-hander of Vialone. He'll take the lead. Jamie WRX takes the lead. DY House 7 can't really do much, although he's looking to the inside again, maybe for a switchback move through Parabolica. Not quite going to work. He might as well wait for the slipstream here down the straight. Jack up to 4th as well on this, the second lap of 14, and here comes DY House 7. He is on the tail of Jamie WRX. Up towards Curva Grande they go, side by side for the lead. And DY House 7 will take the lead for now. Jack is up into 3rd. We saw him going side by side with Burnt Fry going towards Curva Grande. Meanwhile, Jamie already looking to go back past DY House 7, and he does heading towards the first Lesmo. They hit the brakes. Scooby G nearly looking for a move into the first Lesmo on Burnt Fry. Couldn't quite get enough of a run. The Les is up into 11th. Meanwhile, can DY House 7 get back on the tail of Jamie? Fastest man last lap around was Jack. No, it wasn't. It was Scooby G with a 40.8. As he is now side by side with Burnt Fry coming up towards Vialone. Round the outside. That's a brave move at that sort of speed. 130 miles an hour almost. Adam Morris having a look now on Burnt Fry as well, heading parabolic, pulled out to the side. As they hit the brakes, nothing Burnt Fry can do. When he goes on the grass there. At the front though, Jamie leads, lap number 3. As they all start going, filtering through the leads on the back of Royston now. No, he's not on the back of Royston. That's Royston on the back of Liner Greasby. Pardon me. Up towards Curva Grande. Royston looks to the inside of Liner Greasby now. In towards turn 1, 148 miles an hour. 150. He goes through. Lovely move from Royston, using that slipstream to good effect. Oh, line of Greasby nearly into the back of him, carrying the corner speed though. Oh my word, that is Tim. Tim has gone absolutely barrel rolling in the background. Let's go chase. He is on his roof. He is now back on his wheels and going again. I mean, you ever heard of Limp Bizkit's Keep Rolling? Yep, that's what Tim was doing. He just kept rolling, rolling, rolling in the number 21 machine. That would have made anyone dizzy in the tumble dryer effect. Jamie though still leads it. Heading into Parabolica. Jack is kind of half under attack here from Scooby. Also trying to work together to get up towards Jamie. Adam Morris has a bit of a twitch going through Parabolica. On board then with Anna Morris in the number 8 machine. 150 miles an hour already with the double slipstream. And here comes Scooby G in front of us. We've got a front row seat nearly hitting 160. Adam backs out a bit earlier as Scooby completes the move into 3rd place. They are rapidly catching up with D Whitehouse 7 though. RDF Adam Morris with a 140.0 last time around. As they're using this slipstream to good effect. See Adam just trying to carry that bit more corner speed. See how it's not a smooth circuit at all here, the historic version. See the car bobbling around through the corner. And they are pretty much on D Whitehouse 7 now as they head up towards Vialone. There's also another little battle because the Les is on the back of Webby's a Johnny who's got Royston right behind him. So keep an eye on that one as positions change. 2nd place, Scooby G down the inside. Completes the on DY. Oh, DY House 7 into the barrier. Yes. I don't even know if he actually hit the barrier. That was just a bit more of an assumption for the camera angle, to be honest. But he's... oh, that's a bit harsh. I think he's lost the tail as well. He's in a no man's land now compared to the rest of the guys, as Burnt Fry is being overtaken by Webby's a Johnny. That's for 7th. And Royston's on the tail of the Les. So we've got a couple of groups of 4 here at the moment, having battles. And here comes Royston on Les. He looked for a move. The Les, though, getting past Burnt Fry into Curva Grande, and that's Burnt Fry on the grass. That's not where you want to be. And this group splits up a little bit. But they are gradually catching up with Lightblade. Meanwhile, at the front, Jamie has big pressure here on lap number 6. Here comes Scooby G. Up towards Curva La Vialone. Side by side. This is flat through here, mind. Oh, Jamie has a slight lift on the inside. Scooby tucking in behind, and now Jack should have a good run. Courtesy of the 2 in front losing momentum by having to lift. Jamie now being overtaken by Scooby G. He's being still on the inside though. This could open the door for Jack on Scooby G. And yeah, you can see Jack looking for that open door. Can't quite find it, although he's got a run almost around the outside, but thanks to the slipstream he's not quite going to be able to make use of it. And right now, you don't really want to be pulling out of the slipstream unless you can find another one. Although, they're going to go 3 wide. Is Adam going to make this 4? He can't quite do it, not enough track space, but he was thinking, I think. But Jack now goes into the lead, a double overtake on the straight. Into Curva Grande. Jamie down 2 positions into 3rd. Scooby G stays where he was, although now he's looking on Jack on the exit of Curva Grande, coming down towards Curva de la Roggia. Jamie now leads. This is like watching NASCAR at times. Into Lesmo 1. Only this is going in a right-hand motion. There's only one left turn in the whole circuit. Well, maybe two. But Jamie now retakes the lead into Lesmo 2 now. I mean, this battle is looking and shaping up brilliantly. I mean, there is another one. There's Webby's of Johnny, but it's not quite shaping up too much. Lap number 7, we're reaching the halfway mark now of the Group A1 Tours, round number 6, the halfway stage of the championship. Through Vialone, down the back straight we go, towards Curva Parabolica for the 7th time. And immediately Jamie having to go defensive, Jack making it 3 wide towards Parabolica now. Makes the move, a great move down the middle, but he's run wide. And it's going to cost him as well. Adam Morris will take 3rd position. But now they're split in 2 trains. Now it really is NASCAR. We've got 2 trains. The high train, the low train, as the Americans would say. Oh, and Jamie immediately back into Scooby Slipstream there. And Adam's going to lose out here because he hasn't really got a Slipstream. He's just picked one up now. But Jamie now leads, heading towards Curva Grande. He's just got his nose ahead. Adam's backed out, gone behind Jack as they go through Curva Grande, looking for a good run out towards the Curva della Roggia. And now, side by side, Scooby G and Jamie. Jack will look for a good line through here, as will Adam Morris. Into Lesmo 2 we go. Scooby G now leads. Jamie, you want to lose that toe. They lose the toe, they lose the group. Down the back straight we go again. I apologise to the other battle I can see going on track. There's 2 other battles going on. One between Webby's of Johnny Tro 246 apparently. And that's including the Les as Jamie around the outside. Taking the lead. No, Scooby on the inside. Jack a big slide through Parabolica. Down the main straight now, side by side between Scooby and Jamie. Now, Jack gets to decide who he wants to help really because of the push and pull effect of Project Cars 2. He looks like he's going to the side of Scooby G. On the inside, here comes Anna Morris. He's absolutely flying behind them. No room to make a move though, as they go 2 by 2. The cars go 2 by 2 into Curva Grande. Oh yes, and Jack having a little bit of a wiggle, but he's on the inside. He's lost the place though. Jamie still now leads. Heading towards Lesmo 1. Lesmo 1, these 4 not been separated since like the start of this race. Into Lesmo 2, Group A1's race of Italy. And here comes Scooby G yet again, looking towards the outside of Vialone. And yep, Jamie's about to be freight trained. There goes Scooby G, although there's only the one he's going to lose. And now, oh hello, where the hell is Jack off to? I'm pretty certain you want the grey stuff, mate. Not the green. But Scooby G will go into the lead, and Adam Morris looking to follow through. Take that as you want. And let's just have a quick check in. Burnt Fry Royston having a bit of a battle here into Parabolica. I do want to stay with the top 4 though, because it's getting very juicy for the win. Also Troy 246 and Johnny looking side by side. And, oh, that's the Les also involved with that one. Back at the front, though, Adam Morris has made the move into second, and here comes Scooby G back up the inside through the Curva Grande. Scooby G retakes it, Jack in fourth, Adam Morris third. Jamie leading, he's got a 0.6 of a gap, which is nothing in this circuit. This is lap number 10. Through Lesmo 1. Into Lesmo 2. Any of these four could win this race right now. Adam Morris getting Lesmo 2 slightly wrong, a bit too wide. I don't know if he clipped the barrier as well. The car did jump around a bit. As they head into Vialone. And Jamie will lose out to Scooby G yet again through that corner. Can't really do a lot about it. It's so wide, it's flat. Nothing you can do about the car and the onslaught. But Adam Morris now looking for the lead. He's got the lead right now. He's got his nose ahead going into Parabolica, but will he have it on the way out? He's going to go side by side around the outside in the number 8 machine. And Scooby G holding that tighter line, still side by side. Jamie instinctively going towards Adam Morris because he is in the lead. He'll get past Scooby G, and Scooby G is the worst threat in the championship, being the leader. And Jack making it 3 right. I'm unsure what he's trying to achieve here. He has got to the inside. Maybe he's got that much. He's got that much overspeed actually. That's insane. Jack actually built up so much speed. He's managed to get alongside Adam coming towards Curva Grande. And Jamie's pushing Adam along the straight. You'd expect Adam and Jamie just to waltz away a little bit with that one, but now Jack gets freight trained as Scooby G the lead. Jamie, he's you get a pass into the lead and then you get absolutely bombarded. But Scooby G now leads from Jack. Jamie and Adam looking side by side, but Jack having to defend until Lesmo 2. And Scooby G now with a 0.6 of a second gap. Again, I will apologise to everyone else who is having a battle out there. Well, actually, no one else is really having a battle anymore. So back with the front four. The quartet of drivers looking to win this race here on lap number 11. We're going to have 3 more laps. Scooby G, oh, that's a lot of moving, a lot of weaving down the back straight. I'll have to be careful as we go to Parabolica. Jack's not quite got Parabolica right, and Jamie immediately looking for a place. He's not quite going to get it though. Let's go on board with Jamie. We're on the bumper cam here with him. You can see the difference of the speed heading towards Curva Grande now. He looks for the middle, the door closes. On a slight tap of the brakes. Jamie's got great speed, but he can't do anything with it. Jack is right in his way in that next trailing car. A slight tap of the brakes there from Jack going through Curva de la Rogia into the first Lesmo. Jack, that's a nice line actually. He's going to have good speed coming out of Lesmo 1. Will he have a crack? No, he doesn't have a crack. He brakes a bit early. Tries to get another good exit from Lesmo 2. Down towards Curva de Vialone. Nina Griesby's had an issue. He's now down into 13th. This is not an easy circuit actually on a controller. It's a lot of curves. And again, Scooby G having that weaving effect. He really has to be careful now. Especially with a quartet of cars. Jack currently in 4th. Adam Morris side by side with Jamie. This could open the door for Jack on the inside. It does, but I think Jack had a bit of a slide there, looking from the camera angle. Yeah, Scooby G really does have to be careful. I mean, I think he's borderline okay, but any more, he might well be in trouble. As the cars behind, they're going to go 3 wide towards Curva Grande now. This is either going to end up very nicely or in tears. Nothing in between, but 3 wide into Curva Grande. Anna Morris. Second place at the moment, but Jamie takes the lead here on lap number 13, the penultimate lap at Monza Historic. Down towards De La Rocha, towards the Lesmo. Where do you want to be on this final lap position-wise? I think if you can be coming out of Parabolica in the lead, you with it, because it's after the line from Slipstream. A lot of these drivers will be working out where they need to be in relation to not be overtaken, as Jamie forces Scooby out to that wider line, squeezing him as much as possible, but still leaving him that car's width heading up towards Vialone. Down the back straight we go. Yeah, Scooby G this time very much in the inside. And Jamie, poor old Jamie's missed out there. Jack now moves into the lead from Anna Morris, from Scooby G, from Jamie. Scooby G with a bit of a twitch on the inside there, as he looks to regain his place from Adam. Oh, and this is tactics from Jack. He's giving Adam the run. There's a 3 abreast across the line to start the final lap. Jack in the lead. Here comes, that is Jamie on the inside heading up towards Curva Grande. Takes the position, but Jack looking back at the inside there, but Jamie's going to have the better line. And here comes Scooby G. He should have a good run out of Curva Grande. So here down towards the Curva de la Rogia. Side by side into Lesmo 1. Who's going to yield? It's going to be Scooby G who has to yield on that one. Here comes Anna Moore. It's a very opportunistic look, but couldn't quite get the move done. Into Lesmo 2. Jamie with a 6/10 gap, but that means nothing right now until he crosses that line. As they head down towards the Curva de Vialone. Jack with Scooby G on his outside. Scooby G's not going to complete the move. And here we go, the final back straight. Adam Morris just going to the side, but Jack is right on the tail of Jamie. He goes out to wide, slightly wide, to get a nice line through Parabolica. He's almost down the outside actually, and he's spun it. He's clipped the grass. Jack has spun it on the final lap. Jamie still leading out of the Parabolica. Now he's got to try and defend that position to the line. Who's it going to be? Scooby G pulls out alongside. It's Jamie. WRX takes the win from Scooby G. Adam Morris is going to be third. Jack a valiant fourth. A great effort during the race. It's a shame he couldn't quite get the exit he wanted there. Lightblade 2K18. Top 5 for him. D Whitehouse 7. He'll take 6th place. And he crosses the line. The Les. See if Jack wants to speak to us actually after. The Les in 7th. Great recovery drive considering he had to go fall back to the back of the pack. Royston will fend off Burnt Fry for 8th. Will he? No. Burnt Fry? No, that's not right. That's not right. Johnny will come home in 11th. I'm confused. Tro 246 has magically gone into first, which is wrong. It's 10th place for Johnny. Tim is going to be in 11th, I believe. I'm unsure what's happening with Troy there. Shadow Talker will be behind Tim. Good effort by Tim, actually. Line of Greasby coming home. It says they're 14th. I'm unsure what's happened to Tro on that one. Very unsure what's happened to Tro. But it was Jamie WRX who took the win from Scooby G, from Adam Morris, from Jack TM53 Synopsis, from Light Play, from DI House 7, The Les, Burton Fry, Royston, Johnny, Tim, Shadowstalker, Liner Grisby. I'm unsure where Tro246 kind of falls in this banner. Just gonna have a look at the live stream again. And see if I can find out where he was. Tro was 10th overall. So your final results: Jamie WRX takes the win from Scooby G. Adam Morris 3rd. Jack will be 4th. Lightblade 5th. DY House 7 6th. The Les 7th. Burton Fry 8th. Not Burton Fry 8th. Royston 8th. Burton Fry 9th. And Tro246 rounds out your top 10. No, I don't know if Jack is still in. Yes, Jack is still in the party. We buzz him a quick message if he wants to rejoin. So Les and Lena Grisby leave the lobby. Meanwhile, let's have a look at what's next in store for the Group A1 Tours. So next up for the Group A1 Tours. Hello Jack. Next up, 2 weeks time, because it's break week next week. Jack will confirm that, he is host.
It is.
So nothing planned next week, I don't believe, unless there's a bit of fun stuff going on. So the week after, we're going to the legendary Maggie's Junk Chicane at Bannock Bray.
Bannock Bray, fuck.
In the Mercedes 190Es.
My slight lag let me down there because Jamie was next to me. I thought he was further to the right, and his car repositioned the lag. And I got the slightest of touches, which put me on one wheel on the grass that spun. That was it. So it was heartbreaking, really, because I put myself in the perfect position the lap before.
Yes. Yeah.
Couldn't pull it off, and I ended up finishing 4th instead of 2nd at the worst. So.
Well, considering it's the first time round, then that was a great race. I mean, I will apologise to everyone behind the top 4 who didn't really get much in the way of looking on the cameras. But the top 4 was where the battling was at. I mean, it was like watching NASCAR down the straights.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun. Kept myself at the back for most of it, just waiting. I was trying to sit in 3rd because I knew 3rd would be the best place to be before going on to the final lap. And Adam nicked past me, which annoyed me, so I had to wait my turn. But it was really good fun. I really enjoyed that race.
No, definitely. I mean, positions swapped.
Who won in the end? Was it Jamie or Jeff?
It was Jamie. Jamie got the win.
Good stuff.
Jeff was millimetres, I would say, behind. But obviously, Tro246 taking an absolute flyer. He finished 10th in the end, not 1st.
Not 1st, yeah.
And Burnt Fry didn't beat Royston, so Royston's 8th.
Right, we'll have a look, and I'll sort the positions out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway,
that was a success, I think.
It was very good. Next up tonight is the modern touring cars around Ruapuna Park GP.
Yeah. And I'll join you in the comms for that as well, because I can't qualify.
Can you? Oh no! Of course you can. No. We'll explain later. Yeah. So do join us for that one in about 5 minutes' time. But yeah, join us 2 weeks' time. Potentially, I'll probably discuss with Jack and Lee. Potentially a special season review, mid-season review, hopefully, because I want to try and get back into it. So maybe something in the midweek break. If not, join us in 2 weeks' time for more Group A1 action from Bannock Bray.